The inventory query function in riteSCAN is a real-time link to SysPro's inventory totals. With riteSCAN's inventory query, you can check what SysPro says you have on hand for any item at any time from anywhere in the warehouse. Begin by touching the inventory query icon, and then scan or enter the stock code you want to look up. riteSCAN retrieves the up-to-the-minute inventory totals from SysPro and displays them on the screen for your review. The gray bar at the top of the screen displays the stock code and description for the item you scanned. In the first table, you will see all of the inventory totals for every warehouse in which this item is stocked. You can scroll to the right to display other totals, such as quantities allocated to sales orders or work in progress, or if there are any items in inspection or on order. If you have multiple bins turned on for one or more warehouses in SysPro, the table at the bottom of the screen will display the quantities available for each individual bin. You can also filter the list of bins to only display the bins for a single warehouse. To do this, first check the box that says Filter Warehouse. Then, touch the line in the list of warehouses matching the warehouse you want to view. The list of bins at the bottom automatically updates to display only those bins in the warehouse you have selected. You can select other warehouses from the list, and the bins display will update accordingly. If you want to go back to view all bins for all warehouses, simply uncheck the box. One of the enhancements we've added to the inventory query function is the ability to do drill-down queries. For example, to see a list of available lots or serial numbers for an item. I'll scan a lot traceable stock code. If you want to see the lot totals for a particular warehouse, touch and hold the warehouse line in the list. This is equivalent to a right mouse click on a PC. You'll see a context menu which allows you to select any of 4 different sets of detailed information, depending on the type of stock code you are viewing. Because the item I'm working on is lot traceable, I'll select the lot query option. And riteSCAN displays a list of available lots in the warehouse I selected. When I'm done viewing the lot information, I touch the Cancel button, and riteSCAN takes me right back to the inventory query screen. You can also view inventory master file data for the selected stock code by touching the Info button in the gray bar at the top of the screen. The values listed here are direct from the SysPro stock code setup screen. You can even display any custom fields you've defined in SysPro. The inventory query function is powerful on its own, especially since riteSCAN lets you view this data from anywhere in the warehouse. However, most of the time when you need to view inventory query data, you're in the middle of doing some other kind of transaction. You might be picking a sales order or issuing materials for a job, and you need to see what SysPro says you have on hand. In riteSCAN, every function has a mini icon next to the stock code field that looks like a smaller version of the main inventory query icon. When you touch it, riteSCAN will launch an inventory query for the stock code you are working with. After you are finished reviewing the inventory data, touch the OK button, and you'll be brought right back to where you left off without losing any transaction data. This concludes the demonstration of the inventory query function. For more information, we encourage you to view the other riteSCAN video demonstrations available on this website.